Look, guys, I'm sorry to say this, but this is just the fact. That's what's coming next, all right? So, things are going to get really ugly really fast, and it's going to be hard to watch, all right? People are going to get desperate, and it's going to be we're going to have food on the shelves, all right? This is what happened in places like Venezuela. There was food, there was these very lush markets where people would drive up in Ferraris. All right, this was on like Reuters or AP or something, the story. And people would drive up in Ferraris and they would buy very expensive food, $50 strawberries, $100 steaks, $300 steaks, stuff like that. So there was plenty of food, but only certain people could afford it. It was very hard to afford, and 99.9% of people could not sustain buying this food. All right, it really split the haves and the haves not, and that is what is coming to America. All right, so just my personal experience. All right, and just what's going on. All right, so food inflation is 11.4%. Food inflation, 11.4%. And that's just what they say it is. I'm sure you've seen things double, triple, quadruple in price in the past year, 2 years, all right? And just my recent experience, I went to Walmart this morning, all right? So I made this video on Walmart yesterday. Go check that out. They're making crazy decisions behind the scenes that are really I kind of sketchy, honestly. It's kind of like, what's going on at Walmart? Are they okay? But I went to Walmart this morning, all right, and I was shopping and I spent almost $500 on groceries, almost $500, all right. This is insane. I guess including like diapers and wipes and stuff like that for my kids, but over are almost $500, okay? And this really will only last us a week and a half, 2 weeks max. Like, this is a massive expense for food. It's crazy. And even at Walmart, there's no Aldi's in this area, okay? And Walmart is still just feels like fairly expensive, honestly. And I feel like we really did not get $500 almost worth of food. I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel very satisfied with it. And I'm not saying it's Walmart's fault, but prices are going up. I was paying almost $5 for a dozen of eggs. It was like four something, 450 something, all right? For eggs. I just got chills saying that. Like, I know that's crazy, but it's true. I remember eggs being $1. Dozen of eggs, $1.25, whatever. You know what I mean? Dozen of eggs. And somebody pointed this out too. What's that too? That's like a 3-4x. Somebody pointed this out too, all right? The eggs are not large eggs anymore. They like the extra large eggs, they are just like medium and they're not very big, all right? They all seem like medium-sized eggs. I don't get massive large eggs anymore, all right? Let me know if you've seen that as well. Maybe they're cutting back on feed because feed costs have gone up so much. Grain has gone up so much. Maybe they're just cutting back on feed and the eggs are smaller. They're cutting back on water too and they're getting smaller eggs. Who knows? But these are things I'm seeing, almost $500, and we just have a family of 4, okay? And two of them are small children. They eat a good amount, but at the same time, it just feels crazy. It feels unsustainable. It feels like things are about to get really ugly, all right? And just going to McDonald's too, all right? So I stopped at McDonald's. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna get a Happy Meal and just like a couple cheap little meals, nothing crazy, no Big Macs, just some chicken nuggets and stuff, right? So it was almost $40. I was like, what is going on, man? What is happening? All right, what is happening? $40 for McDonald's, and I've experienced this too. Seems like every time I go to McDonald's, it's like more expensive. They're always raising the price. I saw someone saying that their franchise is raising the price every single month. Every single month, they're raising the price on their menus, all right? Just to keep up with inflation, just to be able to pay their employees and stuff like this. This is madness, all right? This is absolute madness. And it seems like there's lots of people shortages as well in all these businesses. I see tons of hiring signs everywhere, and it seems like they're struggling to pull people in because maybe it's not enough money. Maybe it's not enough. I mean, I've noticed that certain areas where if you go into like a fancy area that's kind of like ritzy or something, they don't even have any fast food or Walmart or McDonald's. It's like a super fancy area, but they don't have anything like that because there's nobody even to work at these places because nobody in this area can like afford to live there if they're getting paid Walmart wages. If they're only getting paid 10 an hour, 15 an hour, whatever Walmart pays, they can't even afford to live in this area. So this area just doesn't even get a Walmart because it's just too expensive for employees to work there, right? So I feel like this is happening everywhere. Employees are just getting squeezed out and saying like, I can't even work at this Walmart. It's not good enough for me. I can't work here. And I'm seeing, help wanted signs everywhere, all over the place. I think there's like a massive resignation going on as well. All right. People just quitting their jobs as well, trying to find better pay because it's unsustainable. All right. People on Social Security, people with their money in pension funds. All right. 401ks, all this stuff, all these retirement funds that they were told were safe for decades. And now it's all crashing and collapsing, or it's just not paying the bills anymore. It's not good enough anymore. The Social Security is not good enough to buy whatever, to pay your mortgage, to buy your food, to whatever you need to do. It's just not good enough anymore. And it used to be good enough 5 or 10 years ago, but now everything's doubled, tripled in price. And I think it's kind of crazy how they don't include food or fuel or a lot of things that we constantly use in the normal inflation numbers. They just say it's like big things. It's like phones and cars and computers and stuff like that. It's like weird things that you don't even buy all the time, but the things that you buy every day, every week, those things are rapidly increasing in price. And I feel like this 11% number is honestly not even right. Honestly, it's probably way higher than that. But I've seen steaks at Walmart that are like $50, almost $40, $50 for a steak. All right, it's insane. I always try to get like the top sirloin or whatever it's called because they're a little bit cheaper. It's like the cheapest cut you can get. That's an actual steak, and I always try to get that, and even that has gone up ridiculously high in price. All right, everything is going up. Clothes are going up, diapers are going up, wipes are going up, every single thing. All right, kids clothes are ridiculous. Everything is just skyrocketing. All right, so it's going to get ugly. People cannot afford to live with these insane inflation numbers, and their only solution is to crash the economy. Right, is to just raise interest rates and put us into a recession and just cause more pain. All right, the Fed even said pain is coming. All right, look it up. The head of the Fed said pain is coming. All right, so it's going to get ugly, guys. It's going to get hard to watch. We will have shortages, but we will also have things on the shelves that will just be unable to be bought. All right, $50 steaks, they'll just sit there. All right, and then they'll rot, and then this will cause businesses to pull back even more and order less of these items. It's gonna be a fiasco, guys. So get prepared now, get stocked up now. 20-pound bags of rice are the key, are the building blocks to life, right? Seriously, 20-pound bags of rice are the staple. You can use that as your base calories, massive amounts of calories, 16 days worth of calories in a 20-pound bag of rice is like $10. And this can be your base for all your meals, all your canned meat, all your canned vegetables, canned fruit, all that stuff can be mixed with this rice to bulk up your calories. All right, so get prepared, guys. Stock up now. It's going to get ugly, especially with these delayed and reduced crop harvests that we are seeing as well. So look out for 2023 to be even worse, guys. And thank you for watching. You have a big old blessed day.